what's up, you guys? Shardimus Prime here with Century Productions doing another episode of Hella Sick Figs. We're back on episode 20. Welcome back to Hella Sick Figs.
Hey, are you gonna send out the Death's Head, or I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with that?
Oh, hey, how are you doing, Century Productions? How's everything going, man?
Not good.
Not good. We got a lot of people that look like they're doing good in the chat over here. Nacho Cheese.
Here, there's a spot that's like right there. I made a spot.
Wait, you got a sore shoulder or something?
There's like no. Here, let me move out of the way. It's right here. I made a spot for
this. Very cool collection. Very good collection, by the way.
That's cool. Yeah, thanks. I
really like your collection. I have
right there.
Like I usually don't keep that many boxes around here, but I have this box in here that I've been.
You open my Death's Head?
Wait, what? I was supposed to get you a Death's Head. What?
Yeah, I made the spot and everything.
Oh shit! Yeah, dude. I sold it on eBay, bro. I thought you said I could sell it on eBay.
Wait, I bought one on eBay.
Oh no! Oh shit!
Damn it!
I suck so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm lagging on getting that over to you, but I will. I was going to ask you, a fair price for it.
Damn, this pile of loot's taking a while to ship out, dude.
I know. I was gonna sell it to you for a fair price, because I know these things change, on the aftermarket.
Wait, so are you waiting for the price to go up? That way you can get more money? I could have bought it at cost, but since you're waiting, you're like, it's actually worth like almost twice as much now, right? Because then they sold out on Hasbro Pulse, where everyone was pissed because they couldn't buy one.
Right. So, now that the price has gone up a little bit, just happens to have gone up in the time.
All I want to say is X-Manny's guy,
shipping it.
X-Manny's guy sent him all that stuff immediately. I'm just giving a shit, man. It's all good.
Oh, dude, no. But I had told myself to make sure to ship it before the next live stream because I felt like such a butthole. So I'm gonna look. I was gonna ask 75.
Yeah, this is not sounding good for me.
But I'm thinking like $72 plus tax and shipping will be square. As soon as you get that into my PayPal, I'll have that shipped right out to you.
Okay, goods and services, not friends and family.
You got to do the friends and family too.
So you are not my friend, and you are not my
But I know,
goods and services.
I needed to charge you instead of me because I love money, so I have to have all of it. Okay, I need to have all. How are you? All right. So in all honesty, though, I think we've gotten enough super chats to cover Century's Death's Head. I think you guys took care of Century's Death's Head already. So it's just a matter of me just getting that out. So he don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to. I will have it out tomorrow. I promise.
I'm joking around, dude. You're a busy man.
Don't get mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. How you doing? I'm not good at names. I'm good. Nathaniel, how's it going? Beaster, hey everybody. Leonardo Hernandez, how are you doing? Nacho, what up? Shardimus and Century, you were first.
What up, Nacho? Michael,
Prime and Century, and then we got missed opportunity. Should have said turd. Oh, what's up, Mr. Joe Capone? How you doing, bro?
Joe, what's up? Good to hear from you.
Good to see you. I'm gonna try to hit up Joe. Just seeing Joe's name there just remind me of the toy show that's happening on my birthday weekend over in San Jose.
Wait, when's that?
September 22nd.
Ooh, I gotta
21st and 22nd.
You haven't gone to the last 3 of them, dude.
No, there's the last one. The last 2, I think I haven't gone. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Shart, I hit you up on Instagram. Rashid did I don't think I saw it. Did I see it? I don't think I saw it. Well, if you're telling me now, chances are I haven't seen it. The Rukkas is in the house having tech issues. Give me a second or two. You got time. All good. All good. We'll be here for at
We will
least
hold it down.
Then afterwards, we're gonna do an after party. So after party, people stick around. We've got an after party. Who's that weirdo with the beardo? Hey, what's up, Sentry? Oh, flamingo sauce.
Me? I got a beard.
Yeah, you got a beard now. Look at you, all grown up.
Some say
All
better than
grown
yours.
up. Hola, Luna Wolfman, Wolf Maduro. What? The ripe wolf? Luna Wolf Maduro. So moon ripe wolf. Ripe wolf. Wow. All right. Pedro, how's it going? Roarhay 81, what's up? How's it going? Wow, there's a lot of chats in here, and we're almost at the bottom. All right. One of my good friends drowned last night. If you don't believe me, look the video on WCAX YouTube channel.
We'll take
Dude,
your
I'm
word for
sorry
it.
to hear about your friend.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's horrible.
How, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you and how old is your friend? Jeez.
Yeah.
And my condolences to
they uploaded a video of some full drowning.
Oh, there's all kinds of videos of people drowning. You can see you can watch people die any kind of way on the internet. They have it all. It's terrible.
You're acting like I wasn't okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
The internet, dude, it's crazy.
Well, what?
Oh, check this out too. They have all the weird sex, dude. All the weird sex stuff is on there also.
No.
Yeah. He's like, no. All right, let's talk about action. And he's no way.
I'll be back in a second.
No way. Yeah, they got Maria Ozawa on there. Look that one up.
Oh, who's that? That sounds like my fourth grade teacher. Oh shit!
Oh,
here we go. Starting off strong. Right, so, it's good.
So I want to do something a little bit different. We got a lot of cool reveals over at San Diego Comic-Con. We talked about all of that. It's been talked about to death. But I gotta say, in the last several years since they started doing PulseCon, it does feel like the amount of reveals that we see at both New York Toy Fair and at San Diego Comic-Con is much less. It
way more.
It used to be just way the two events.
Yeah.
Right? It used to be Comic-Con, New York Toy Fair. You have two events and that's it. But now it's like every other week they have an exclusive. They have a live stream with reveals. That the pandemic is probably what started that, right? And then they have hold on, let me wipe off the spilled water on a box.
Damn, what are you doing? Trying to find an HDMI cord?
Yeah, no, I just spilled water on a box that I didn't want to have water on it. It's just at a sentimental value. It has no real value to it. Remember when I did the Avengers Endgame premiere? It was the little box that had the invitation, the official invitation for it. So I just
you gotta throw that shit out, man.
I didn't want to ruin it, but yeah.
Throw that out.
Oh, nope, you idiot. But anyway, yeah, less reveals. Like we've gotten a lot less reveals, and I figured we could talk about some of the reveals that we did want to see that we did not see. And Rukkas has his list. He said he's working on a list. I have a list, and I figured we could just take turns and we could talk about just a little bit. But I gotta say one that. So I'm gonna go first, and
is this in any level of importance? Like, is your first reveal like the one you want to see the most, or is it just random figures that you want to see?
Good question. I'm starting my first one with the one that I really thought they were going to announce at WonderCon, and the one that I really hoped they would announce at San Diego Comic-Con, which is also the same one that they did not announce at either of those conventions.
It's good. It's a good way to make it really confusing. Thank you.
Yeah. So I really thought they're going to announce Mandarin the last two conventions, but we did not get any Mandarin reveals, and I really thought
everybody wants that one.
Everybody wants that one, right? Everyone's going to go nuts for it.
Isn't there like a, how do I say this? Didn't they say that was racially something was going on with that, or is that was the talk around? Have you heard of that? That like maybe it was maybe they steered clear of releasing that because of the, you know what I mean?
I think. Well, I only know
the word. I'm not smart enough to know what words to use.
The Fu Manchu thing with the character. Wasn't there like a thing with that where it
was a stereotype,
or was that a different character? But I didn't think there was like a.
I'm racist.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have said anything. Why did I even say anything? I'm sorry.
Oh, what? No. Because, no, that stuff happens all the time. That's all right. I don't think you said anything foul. I'm just saying that it, like, they have had issues like that with some, with some Asian characters.
That was like as an example, like they also didn't want to make the. This is just speculation. They didn't want to make the hooded cobra, because of the implications of other masked groups out there.
Right. And actually that was something that the Rukkas and Reg Henny were talking about, especially Rukkas and I were talking about that at San Diego Comic-Con about I haven't heard any black people complain about that. Like, if anybody should be concerned, or Jewish people, like people that would be victims of that kind of thing, that I haven't heard people that would be most affected by it in a negative way. I haven't heard an outpour of outrage coming from them necessarily, and that's what kind of makes it a little bit weird for me to see. That's always a little bit odd. You know what I mean? Like, if we're
yeah. Anyways, it would have made the most sense for it to come out in the Iron Man retro wave, right?
Yeah. Well, we got Rukkas in the waiting room. He is here.
All right,
got a collection in the background too. Ooh, look nice. All right, welcome our guest for the evening. We have the Rukkas. How you doing? Yeah. We got the
What's happening? You hear me?
Yeah, hear you just fine. How you doing? Long time no see, bro.
Yeah, long time no see. How long has it been? 10 days?
The last 2 weeks have flown by fast. I spent the whole last week, still dreaming about being at San Diego Comic-Con, and yeah, there's some really good stuff there. I had a really good time. Again, thank you for all your help and everything too, bro.
Man, you don't thank you. We're not going to get into what I'm thanking you for. You and I know what's up.
Oh yeah.
And I greatly appreciate it. And once again, been going to Comic-Con since 2012. This year I thought last year was the best year I ever had. This year eclipsed that big time.
No, the Rukkas last year was definitely the best time you ever had.
I can tell you that Sunday night at the hotel where and I told Short about this too. It was so funny watching you and then him trying to balance
the widow
on one hand and the focus. It was incredible.
Oh wow. God, we spent so much time trying to getting that Black Widow balanced.
That's funny.
But yeah, like we didn't really talk too much. One thing I wanted to talk about with the Rukkas is that we're both in Hall H, and I kind of wanted to talk about some of the Hall H stuff just a little bit. I wanted to talk about your thoughts on the whole Doom reveal, what you saw from Fantastic Four, what you saw from Brave New World. It was pretty much the rundown was like Brave New World, Fantastic Four, and then the Doctor Doom reveal. Oh, Thunderbolts was in there. That's right. It was Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and then the Doom reveal, and then the whole thing with Doomsday and Secret
Right.
Wars.
Captain America. They also we got a whole H version of a Captain America Brave New World trailer.
Yeah, we saw a lot of footage there. Yeah,
We got to see the Red Hulk full frontal for the Red Hulk.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, it looks sick. It's he's got pants on. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
well, we don't know that he was behind the podium. He may not have had pants.
Yeah. No, he definitely had pants, and he had a giant mustache.
Right.
No, awesome.
No, there's no mustache.
Did he shoot Greedo? Did he shoot first, or did Greedo?
Well, they got to make some kind of. Oh God, if they make a Star Wars reference joke in that movie, that'd be a tough.
They won't. They'd
have to be careful with that. But
no doubt.
But yeah, they showed. But aside from that, Brave New World looks more and more like it's following that Winter Soldier kind of vibe. So I'm more excited for it after seeing more footage. So it looks like there's like some really good, intense acting and dialogue moments, especially between Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford. And I think those two actors, and then seeing the actors on the stage, it kind of gives you a vibe of how, like, the inside workings of the film a little bit, how they just interact with each other. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool with Brave New World, especially considering how often and how many times it's been pushed back, and they're finally giving us, what is it, February next year?
Oh, sure, I forgot the date, but
I think it's February.
Okay,
let me look it up.
But it was good. I enjoyed finally finding out who Giancarlo Esposito's character is. The rumor was he was going to be GW Bridge, but I was pleasantly surprised that he's going to be Seth Volker, aka Sidewinder, for a number of things. It's another true Marvel villain, but they managed to make the without getting cheesy with powers and stuff, they made, so the Serpent Society is probably going to be similar to, say, in the comics, Zodiac. Even though Zodiac wore costumes, they were normal humans, and they just represented a Zodiac sign, and they did things. And we could see that Sidewinder is like definitely a killer for hire. Oh, no, I'm on YouTube. A deleter for hire.
Oh yeah, no, you can say whatever you want on
you can say whatever
on the live stream. There's no censored nothing. I mean, as far as the curse words go, you know
what a lot of people thought he would. I also saw there was speculation that people thought he might be Machine Man.
Oh wow,
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
because he's very. I don't know. At least for after I rewatched the trailer, after I heard that, he's very mechanical in his movements and stuff. I was like, oh, I could see that. That'd be kind of sick.
What's what the Sigma Roasted Animations? Thank you for the super chat. ERM. What the Sigma? Sigma is that a Transformers?
No. I speak young adult. Sigma means people with very strong jaw lines. So clearly, he's talking about all three of us.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah,
Thank you, Roasted Animations. Really appreciate it.
You know it.
And
back to Cap. There is, I just spoke on that. There was it was rumored that Giancarlo was going to be GW Bridge. There's also, this is probably the worst kept secret rumor out there, but there's a rumor that we may get a Hulk appearance, and I don't mean red either.
Oh, nice. So,
but once again, that's just a rumor. That's nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So
which Hulk? Which Hulk we gonna get? That's the real question.
It's gonna be the green one, right?
No, I think you're talking about he's going to be Prof or Dumb or Savage or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, they're probably gonna do a different version of the Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It might be, but like I said, that's just another rumor going around. Who knows how true that is? Though I am, and we'll have to wait till the movie comes out. I am curious on how anybody that we know of that's going to be in the film, how they're going to handle any kind of Hulk, red or otherwise.
Especially Captain America.
Yeah, and we're talking about a normal strength Captain America. It's not like there's no super soldier in this cat.
He ain't Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
You know what?
I wish I wish they wrote the character so he had super soldier serum. That would have been a nice. I think that would have made it feel a little bit more like filling in the shoes. I mentioned that before, kind of like with Miles and Spider-Man. Like the fact that Miles was bitten by a radioactive spider, it helps, complete it. But I don't know. With Captain America, it's a little bit different. The shield and everything is kind of like really at the center of, like, you have to have the shield. You can't have Captain America without a shield, right? So they're able to pass it down. But I think it's going to be a fun movie. I'm excited for it. I was a little bit more on the fence about it, but after watching, Hall H kind of got me stoked about everything.
That
Thunderbolts looks like it's going to be really good too. I'm excited for Thunderbolts. That one looks like it's going to be some wholesome fun. But I think the one that stuck out to me a lot was Fantastic Four.
No doubt. There was like no real trailer. It was, as they stated, some type of production that they made specifically for Hall H. But obviously, I mean, they've begun principal photography and shooting now, because they said they were doing it the Monday following Comic-Con.
Right.
But there had to have been some, because they had CGI, because oh boy, at the end, I'm quite sure we're going to see that scene alone was worth the price of admission.
Well, explain. Well, okay. So first off, just make it very clear. Just because when they shoot these movies, they don't start like at the beginning.
Right. They're not in sequence.
Piece things out. So a lot of the times, before any actor steps foot on set, they will have a lot of CG and remote shooting and scenery stuff shot. Like, they could get a lot of stuff done without even any actors in the movie at all. But they showed us this shot. Can you describe the shot that they showed us for Fantastic Four, Rook?
They at the end of their for lack of a better phrase, we'll call it a trailer, but they showed, imagine we're inside a skyscraper building, and they showed this big purple body outside. It was really quick. It happened really fast. Only us true Marvel heads knew what that meant, right? As quickly as it happened. And it came and it immediately turned around. It got to head level. It turned around and all we could see are these eyes.
Yeah.
And
Galactus.
then the crowd erupts. And then it's Galactus.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, you can.
So sick.
Dude, the freaky details around the face tripped me out. It
Right.
Zombie-like. It was kind of freaky over here. It looks scary. It looks scary, dude. It actually looked legitimate. Yeah. And then just turn it away so like the back of his head was facing the screen. And then then he just turns.
Then he just turned, and it happened so fast, so you could see with those eyes.
Mm-hmm.
With the purple around him, of course. But like I said, any of us, any true Marvel heads, we knew who that was.
Oh yeah, place went crazy. That was awesome.
The
Fantastic car floating around was cool too, because we're all like, wait, what the? How's that? Oh, it's drones. Can
I ask a question? Can I ask? Is it appear as if it's in the 60s?
Yes, it looks like it's supposed to take place. They're going with the whole like 60s design. I forgot the name of the artist that they're basing it off of, but yeah, and they even talk. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards has me sold because he's got that nerdy kind of almost like that if you just put that over there, you get the thing over here. That almost that kind of like old school movie dorky way of, I don't know, that that nerdy.
Hey there, why don't you pass that over to me right here, old John?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Oh, there's like a dating show and you see the thing sitting on a stool.
Yeah,
I saw a teaser picture of that. Yeah,
it looks dead on, right? It looks dead on, like the silhouette of it, the shape of his head, the body, the proportions, everything was perfect, like for the thing. I was like, oh, that's dead on. Yeah, so
lucky you guys.
That was dope. And then
it was.
Yeah, and then Doctor Doom. I'm gonna review the Mezco Doctor Doom soon and share my thoughts in that video. So I'll let the two of you share your thoughts about Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom.
Well, I think and right after it, I did some research. I think I sent you something, Short, about it.
Right.
But because a lot of people were even after the initial shock, because I mean, even I went crazy when I saw RDJ take off the mask, when he took off the mask and it was him. It's great that he's returned. A lot of people are like, yeah, but couldn't they find someone else to play Doctor Doom? And the answer is yes, they could have found someone else to play Victor Von Doom. What I researched was that Tony Stark has been Doctor Doom. Once again, it's on some, the multiverse thing. I believe it's Earth. And if I got this right, then I have to just admit and accept that I'm an idiot savant and I remember stuff that should be fleeting. But I believe it's Earth 10-229. I believe.
Sentry's on it. He's looking it up.
Maybe it's 10-2, right? But I think it's 10-229, and Anthony Stark is Doctor Doom in that universe. He's Anthony Stark, but he calls himself Doctor Doom. I don't know if he calls himself Victor Von Doom, but he calls himself Doctor Doom, and his armor is golden. It isn't.
Yeah, and isn't
gray.
If you look it up, he has, and I didn't look it up. It was sent. Rukkas sent it to me. Thank you. But he's got, instead of green wardrobe, it's all orangish red. It's all like Iron Man, hot red kind of color.
Yeah, something like that. So I wouldn't be surprised, because they're not going to. I don't think they're going to insult the audience intelligence by acting like that. Anybody that encounters Doom that has been around Tony Stark, and several will, by the time we get to Doomsday, I'm quite sure the likes of the Marvels and Sam Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Whomever you could think of that we've seen before that know of Tony Stark or know Tony Stark personally, been in his presence, they're not going to play us like we're stupid, and they're going to act like they don't know who that is.
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to have to be he is from another universe, and Tony. And then somebody's going to get flat blasted, and they were like, "What's up?" And they're going to find out that's not their Tony, and it's going to come down like that. That's what I believe. I really don't believe that Disney/Marvel are going to insult the audience's intelligence by having everybody play dumb like that's somebody they've never seen before. I don't think they're going to do that. So.
Okay, what's your? I'm going to share my speculation. So Rukkas is going with alternate dimension Tony Stark completely, right? Like a Tony Stark from another dimension who grew to be an evil person, Doctor Doom. Sentry, what's your theory on how they do this? I have my theory. I'll share mine.
I just looked up what Rukkas was saying, and I guess there's like a parallel universe where Tony Stark was Doctor Doom, Earth 5012.
I was totally off. I'm glad. I don't want to be.
I mean, but I may also be. He may have been in other universes too. I'm not really too sure, but it's a very weird storyline. It didn't really make much sense to me. What are my thoughts? I don't really have any thoughts on it, to be honest. I just assume that Marvel knows what they're doing better than I. Speculation is obviously a fun part of what's going on, but I'm just going to sit back and wait to see what's going on. So what do I think? I think Robert Downey Jr. is an amazing actor, and whatever they plan on doing with him as Doctor Doom, I know it'll be cool. And as long as he wears the faceplate and he looks badass, I'm cool with it. Eventually, I would like a different actor as Doctor Doom to play an actual Doctor Doom, because I think Doctor Doom is, I don't know, probably the coolest villain that's ever been created in comic books, in my opinion. I mean, he's the most badass. I mean, he's like the science and magic master of fucking everything, dude. So I guess I'll just wait to see what they do with him. And then if there's an opportunity for another person to play Doctor Doom, super down. He's just too cool of a character to just do some parallel universe thing. You got to bring the actual Victor Von Doom. Who knows what they're doing? I don't know. That's my
So you think he won't? Okay, so your speculation is that he will not be an actual. Oh, you're thinking he's gonna be from another dimension, also, or do you think he's gonna be
something like that? Yeah, I just don't see Marvel wasting. I don't want to say wasting, but wasting the character Doctor Doom just because they want Robert Downey Jr. back. You know, does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this, or let me ask you this, how much of, there's, for a lot of these characters, their aliases carry almost as much weight as their superhero title. So, for instance, like Peter Parker and Spider-Man. There's a lot of Peter Parker's story that goes into a Spider-Man comic, right? But Tony Stark, there's not as I don't think Tony Stark's personal life is for me as interesting as Peter Parker's personal life, but it's still deep. There's a lot of other supporting characters that go into Tony's personal life and everything. What I'm getting at is how much of Victor Von Doom would we really miss? Because it's the Doom, that character, the actual Doctor Doom is who I know, is who I'm looking forward to seeing. There's not a whole, unlike Magneto, there's a whole Eric Lenscher story that I'm very attached to with that character. Magneto's, Eric story is really a big important part of that Magneto character. I feel like I'm not super connected to Victor Von Doom's life before he became Doctor Doom. So
yeah, I don't. So Doom is Doom, man. I think they're kind of one and the same, honestly. That's how I look at the character. He's always Doom. Whether he's Victor Von Doom or he's Doctor Doom, he's always Doom.
But
isn't the didn't he have an explosion or something hit his face that made him evil? That's what.
No. Actually, the explosion is what put him over the edge. He was always arrogant, and he was narcissistic before that was even a word.
And he hated Reed. He always hated Reed because Reed was
He just had this unreasonable and unnecessary rivalry with Reed Richards, and he, whatever the experiment was that he was working on, Reed, when Vic wasn't around, read the notes and whatever, and he saw that there were some calculations, mathematical equations that were off. Doom walks in, Reed tries to tell him this isn't gonna, these are off a little bit, and of course, in his arrogance and hatred for Reed, he sent him on his way. and I'm Doom. Doom is Doom. Doom makes no mistakes. Yada that, right? Yeah. And he carried on with the experiment, and it literally blew up in his face.
And then he probably never made that mistake ever again.
He never made that mistake.
Yeah, and that's what led to him getting even more upset, and he gained his armor from, and I'm gonna get this part mixed up because I'm on the spot. I know how he gained the armor. He actually, like monks or whatever, forged the armor for him, and they even laid that the mask while it was hot on his face.
Oh, and that's why he's got the scarring on his face.
Interesting.
So yeah, but he was already scarred up. He just,
So okay. Now, in the Fantastic Four books, they don't really talk about this, right? Like it's in Strange Tales or it's later on, right? Because if I'm on issue 18 or something like that, like going all the way. I remember I thought they first just got hit by a random solar flare. If I
what Rukkas has it correct. Monks forged it for him. And
I'm just trying
Rukkas was pretty spot on with exactly what happened to him. That's it's like almost word for word what he just said. They got the monks. He had the accident because of the calculations incorrectly. So the monks technically made him the armor, and then he added on to it and added more stuff to it. And his armor is like it says as sophisticated as an Iron Man armor.
Not if you let him tell it. He's got Tony beat if you let him tell it.
Well, he's got the sword. Yeah.
If he's got his own alloy, his armor is made out of his own alloy of his own creation called Victorium. I'm like I said, this guy was narcissistic before that was even a word, But
so with his mask, it says right here, kind of like what you said, is they gave him the mask straight out of the after heating it up. And they're like, they're like, wait, don't put it on. He's like, fuck you guys, and he put it on, and then burned the shit out of his face. But he didn't give a fuck because he was just wanted the armor on immediately. It's pretty badass, actually.
Wow.
Pretty badass.
And it's been suggested that it's hard to tell because in recent times, like in this century, there have actually been some showings of his scarred face, and it didn't look as bad as the last 50, 60 years made it seem. But then you have some accountings, like if you go back into the, I want to say it was either the late 60s or early 70s, he kidnapped Dr. Don Blake to do surgery and repair his face, right? And of course, Doom didn't know that Blake was Thor.
Yeah. And
this back then, whenever Doom exposed his face, it was left to our imagination. We got to imagine how horribly he was scarred. So we never saw his face. And then it was compounded when Doom took his mask off in front of Blake. Blake is supposed to be this world-renowned surgeon. Blood and guts should not affect him at all, right? They showed this guy going, no, I can't work on that. That's horrible, like that. And then, of course, Doom gets pissed off and starts flinging Blake across the room and stuff like that. And you know what happens after that. Thor wasn't far behind after that. So, and it's happened a few times where we're led to believe his face is toe up, and then we've gotten some accounts where they've shown him like he just got like maybe a scar right across down here. And I think I prefer it where it was left to our imagination to, wonder how bad did he get jacked up by his own experiment. Because that's the story. The tragedy of Doom is as genius as he is, as powerful as he is, he's second only to Doctor Strange in the mystic arts. You know what I'm saying? That's his arrogance. He thinks he should be Sorcerer Supreme. You know, Boom thinks he's supposed to be Supreme. Period.
He didn't want to do it. They offered it to him, and he's like, "No, I don't want to do that shit." Like, I think he was all arrogant about it. He didn't even want to do it at one point. But he is as versed in magic as Doctor Strange. Like, and like you say, when you said he's Doom, and probably the baddest ass villain, no matter if you're reading Marvel or DC or whomever, because this guy, most Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, and even Reed Richards, Stark makes no bones, but he can't stand magic because it's because they've all concluded and accepted magic is just a science we don't understand yet, and that's what pisses him off because he's Tony Stark. He should be able to understand it, and he can't. Whereas Doom can.
Right.
That's his superpower. His superpower is a mastery of sorcery and science combined. That's technically his superpower.
Damn. All right, let's move on from Doctor Doom. We got a few minutes left. I will share my thought. No, it's exciting, man, because it's like now I'm thinking, okay, well, we got to see a scarred up Robert Downey Jr. face. You know what I mean? It's making me think about how are we going to see Robert Downey Jr.'s face getting scarred up. I personally think that the Russo brothers, I trust enough in Robert Downey Jr., the Russo brothers, and Kevin Feige that they are all rich enough to not do this only for money. I really think that they believe in telling a good story for them to actually jump on board to do this. I don't think that. Now, of course, Robert Downey Jr., they're making tons of money doing it. They have their contracts. Doesn't mean that they aren't going to do it. I think they have their own integrity to stand by, that they wouldn't jump in on this if they didn't believe in the story. So I think I do have faith that they're going to tell a good story. Me personally, I think they're going to do something from left field that we're not going to see coming.
Totally.
I have a feeling that there's going to be some kind of Infinity Stone nonsense making it possible that Tony Stark actually ends up being Doctor Doom or brainwashed by Doctor Doom or used. What another cool thing would be is if he had like a spell over him by Doctor Doom, and it ends up he ends up being Tony Stark after all, and it's Doctor Doom all along making him do it. That'd be kind of an interesting thing.
That's actually sick. I like that. Yeah,
and then he actually
took him over.
So they almost pull a Trevor Mandarin kind of thing with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're like, we actually do get a real Victor Von Doom. Like,
and you get Iron Man back. And you get Iron Man back.
And we get Iron Man back. He gets snapped out of it. So that's that, and that would be a huge payoff because then it wouldn't be until probably not until the end of Doomsday do we actually see Iron Man come back just in time for Secret Wars to have like our sick ass Marvel character lineup like they promised us. We're going to get Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Avengers all in one movie with Secret Wars. They said that.
Unless Secret Wars, because we've got a few Secret Wars to choose from, unless they go with the latest, most recent Secret Wars.
It's got to be. Well, I haven't read that one, but I just want to stick with Hickman,
but you've got the figure, though. You've got the figure, so you know where I'm leading.
The original Secret Wars sucks, dude. I don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Because, hold on, this Doomsday could lead to this.
Uh-oh.
Is it the white suited Doctor Doom?
Well, yeah, that's the secret. That's the Hickman run.
The Secret Wars Doctor Doom is the white cape.
Yeah, he's God Doom. Yeah, he's God Doom. Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, it may lead to this. And
Oh,
Mine has a.
that
I
could
have
be
a
Tony in
custom
there.
take
oh
on mine,
yeah.
too. Oh, with Thanos.
Oh yeah, this was yeah. I don't know. That would be cool too if we got to see Thanos again in Secret Wars and watch if they go the God Doom route. Watch him rip Thanos' spine out. That would be something.
You didn't like that run, Shartimus?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did like that. That one had did that have Thanos' son in that storyline too? Was it Thane? No?
No.
That was Doctor Strange and Doom. Basically, Doom is God, and his will is holding this universe together. It's the ultimate universe and the regular universe kind of collided. That's crazy that you don't like that. I love that run. I loved it.
Was it Hickman?
It was okay to me.
Yeah,
it's just that I'm old school, and nothing can replace the original Secret Wars for me. So that's I freely admit I'm biased.
Yeah, I'm biased too. I'm biased too because I don't like Hickman's writing, even though I am reading Ultimate Spider-Man right now, and it's okay. So
the original Secret Wars gave us Venom. Technically, it gave us Titania. It gave us, even though they've never
Black
really.
Suit Spider-Man. Black Suit Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Venom. Yeah.
Which ultimately became Venom.
Oh, I guess Venom. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, that's why I just went right to Venom.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't make the connection.
So speaking of characters, let's talk about which characters you guys were hoping to see get revealed at San Diego Comic-Con that did not get revealed.
I got my list. Let me bring it up.
I got my list too.
No, you don't.
Shut up.
All right, guys, it's good. About 50 minutes in, we're finally getting to what the podcast is supposed to be about.
Who's going first?
We got 10 minutes left to get into the topic.
You're the guest. You're the guest, Rukkas. You
Freaky
go first.
Friday body switch.
I would have loved to have seen, because we've got the new She-Hulk buck, I would have loved to have seen Titania. And plus she needs somebody to beat on.
Yep.
That's probably the only one I would have, that I was hoping that I'd hear that name. I've got my other 9. Some are derived as inspiration because of Dragon Man and that pre-order program that they're going to do. So I've got, and my list is in no particular order.
That's fine.
Mangog, I think they can do Mangog under that program, especially since Mangog and Dragon Man are the same size and height.
Yeah,
so that would be cool.
Mangog for sure.
You picked up Century. You picked up Galactus about a half hour ago. I want Gabriel. We need Gabriel Airwalker. Another thing that would be great for, I think, the pre-order program and getting another team, some more members, talking about the Imperial Guard, would be Warstar. And, that's the big guy and the little guy that fits on top of him or in him or something like that.
I'm not familiar with that guy.
You look up Imperial Guard, and he's big green, like android kind of robot, but he's living.
Is that with the Shi'ar? Imperial Guard?
Yeah. So I knew that part. Idiot.
So did I just said it.
My old school bucket list item. I want Wonder Man in his OG costume, his original costume.
Ooh, green.
Yeah, with the mask.
This is number 9.
And I want a comic accurate Proxima Midnight, because we can technically, I want the whole Obsidian Order, but I want specifically Proxima because we can technically get away with the other 3 members, because the other 3 members kind of look like the comic versions. right?
Yeah.
So I want all comic versions, but we can at least get away with those three.
And then wasn't there another one in there that was never in the movie too? Isn't there
Black
another?
Swan,
Huh?
Black Swan, and Supergiant.
Oh, okay. Two of them.
Yeah.
Oh, the deep cuts, Rukkas. Damn.
Yeah, he knows his comics.
And then for X-Men, once again, this could this is probably Build-A-Figure if they're still doing Build-A-Figures or deluxe. I don't think this needs to be part of that program. Blockbuster of the Marauders, big guy, and we need more Marauders. I think we do.
Yeah.
You know, and this is another one of my old school picks. I'd like to see the Blood Brothers.
Oh.
And Darketh, the Death Demon. And yeah, that rounds me up. I mean, I could go on forever, but that's unfair to the world. But
damn.
Yeah, they could only pick a little bit out of, different groups and everything at a time.
And the waves got to make sense too. They're big on that.
Right. And the waves got, but you see, since they've gotten into doing deluxe sets now, larger characters, I think they can get away with Blockbuster.
Let me ask this: would you guys? So I'm calling them timed exclusives because there was something very similar that Mondo did for a Motu Skeletor, which I have right over here. And it was a timed exclusive where it was up for pre-order only for a certain number of days. You could order as many as you wanted to, but when that 3-day period is over, that's it. And that's why I call it a timed exclusive, because that's what Hasbro is going to do, is that they're only going to put a certain amount of time up there. Only so many people can order for that price, and once that time, that window is over, you can't order anymore. So I'm calling them timed exclusives for that reason, because that's what Mondo.
Right, that's exactly.
I like that.
They are exclusive because only the people that ordered, who knows what percentage above and beyond that, but for argument's sake, and to keep the numbers small, if that barring whatever they decree is a minimum, 100 people order, that's all that gets. So the one thing that's different from that than the HasLab, and once again, I'm excluding the very real possibility that there's still a minimum that people have to pre-order. So just take that out the equation. If you pre-order it, unlike the HasLab, you don't have to wait until you reach 10, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know that if you pre-ordered it, you're getting it.
Yeah. No tiers, none of that stuff. It's just whatever is in there. So would you pre-order a Giant Man figure that was like 16 inches tall, 16 and 18 inches tall,
Yes.
18 inches tall, 18-inch tall Giant Man?
I would, especially since I did the HasLab, because that helps with he's down now because I'm changing my room around, but I copied off of you and had the staggering height thing. And
nice.
The 18-incher would go right in place with the HasLab, because it's not as big as the HasLab and not as small as the Build-A-Figure that we got from Toy Biz.
Right. So you'd fit in right in between there.
Right.
But then at the same time, would you rather have that or the more practical old school Giant Man that's kind of like around a 10-inch size figure? Because, he used to just hang around giant size all the time for hella long.
Yeah, he got stuck at that size back in the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was stuck like that. Would you want that one, like a 10-inch Giant Man that would fit in with the collection a little bit easier, or would you want that 18-inch one to fill that gap between the Build-A-Figure and the HasLab?
I'm going to throw you for a loop on all of it.
Sure.
I would because I still think he wore the baddest Giant Man or Goliath or whatever you want to call him costume, and that's Clint Barton as Goliath. That's what I
the tank top. Was it the brown? Was he wearing the brown suit?
That's what. No, he was topless.
Oh no, it's red and blue, right?
Yeah, he was topless and just had things over his nips.
Yeah,
you got to pull up a picture of that, dude.
He had a nipple harness.
Yeah.
That was,
and he was it was.
Oh my God, you're right.
You know what was so funny? I mean, I thought the costume was cool.
Going like this.
I thought the costume was cool, but Clint as Goliath used to get his ass whipped all the time. That fool couldn't win a fight to save his life.
Oh, he got it.
You know, to piggyback off of what you're saying, though, one that I wanted, Atlas. I wanted an Atlas.
Definitely.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Atlas needs to be HasLab size because he doesn't just have the PIM particles, he's also ionically powered too. That's why he's without a doubt the most powerful giant themed hero because he's powered by ion, the same thing that powers Nefaria and Wonder Man.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna get one, unfortunately. Unless they make a small
that would
one,
be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah. That way,
I mean, I'll take him at the 10-foot size or whatever, but he needs to be giant man size.
I want the OG Thunderbolt so bad. So bad.
Yeah, that would be cool. And it's wild because we've got three? We've got the Mock, we've got Citizen V,
Songbird.
and we've got Songbird.
Yeah.
So what's so let's did you get through your whole list, Rukkas?
That was 10. Yeah, that was 10, technically 11 because the Blood Brothers are 2. So
okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Sentry? Give us your list.
Can I? Okay, so I have more than 10, but I only have 6. I only have 6 that are new. Can I rapid fire some redos that I would like them to redo?
Yeah.
Okay, so some that I would love for them to give some updates on. I'm just gonna rapid fire these real quick. Misty Knight. I want a new Misty Knight on a new buck. That would be awesome. On the same token, Colleen Wing. I'd like a Colleen Wing, maybe a comic version. That'd be cool.
Haven't had that yet.
We have to have a new Ares with butterfly joints on the Omega Red buck. Need a new Ares big time. Also, same body, Crossbones. I want a new Crossbones with butterfly joints and a more updated kind of Thunderbolts costume. Kind of like the one we got in the what was that one wave? I forget. But back in when Hasbro first took over, I want that costume but updated. I want Beta Ray Bill or Beta Ray Thor from Thor 337. I want a new one of him. I also want a new Winter Soldier with butterfly joints, alternate heads for both the long hair and short hair Bucky. Got to get a new Mystique. Mystique's got a million different costumes, and she needs to be on that new female body mold because Mystique is one of the most badass female characters of all time. Talked about this a little bit earlier. I want a new Machine Man, brand new Machine Man. There's all kinds of shit that they could do with Machine Man. They could put him on that Vulcan buck. Tons of cool shit. And then one that I really think they should remake is a comic version of Abomination on that Gamerverse body that they gave us, but a comic version of that. Because I think that Gamerverse body is sick. It's just a Gamerverse version. I hate it.
I talked to Brad about that, Century.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I talked to him about that Saturday at the con. I talked to him about it. Not my bad, on Friday at the con, and I told him, I said, and specifically because they redid the Hulk and made him as big as he is. The Build-A-Figure and Raft Abominations.
It's so small.
And even before they redid the Hulk, he looked stumpy.
Yeah, isn't Abomination bigger than the Hulk? Isn't he bigger?
Well, not technically. He's drawn that way because the Hulk has his height has shifted for forever, and they need to officially just change the Abomination's height because officially the Abomination's only, and I say that loosely, laughingly, only 6'8". He's as tall as Cable. Cable and the Abomination are the same height. The
Damn,
Hulk,
Cable is 6'8".
Cable is 6'8". But the Abomination, I mean, this entire century, the 21st century, has been depicted bigger than the Hulk. So they may as well. The comics need to just get with the program. You know, they need to get it. I've got a custom head for my Gamerverse Abomination, and it what you said is absolutely right. It looks great. They'd only have to alter a few things to make him look somewhere in between the comic version and the Gamerverse. It would be perfect. It's the right height. He's bigger than the Hulk and bigger than the Hulk.
That's a good figure too. It's a good articulated figure. It's a lot of fun to pose around. I turned mine into a Killer Croc custom. So I threw a Collect and Connect Killer Croc on it, head on it, and I painted that. We need that. It's a good existing figure. They love that shit. They love reusing molds. You know what I mean?
I just threw that Gamerverse version just in the MCU shelf. Like, just said fuck it. Like, it's an MCU figure. Like, I didn't even try. I just threw it in there. Like, it's an MCU one.
Flamingo Sauce said that he put the bath head on the Gamerverse body. So, Flamingo Sauce, is it loose, tight, fits right? Let us know.
Oh yeah. That'd be interesting. Let me go through I have 6 real quick. I'll go through these so that Shartimus can get through his, but these are the new ones. Updated Wrecking Crew. Need an updated Wrecking Crew. Big time.
Wow. You ain't said nothing.
I mean, like,
wow.
I mean, a 4-pack would be great. It needs butterfly joints. And I think they need to sell them as a pack. The individual,
not just one. It's the Wrecking Crew. It's not Thunderball Wrecker. It's the Wrecking Crew. Just like there are some things that they need. If they're going to come, they need to come together. Wrecking Crew, the UFOs. You don't nickel and dime
UFOs. Oh shit! I would have wrote the UFOs down, dude. Shit. Hell yeah, the UFOs for sure. But yeah, Wrecking Crew. Doc Samson. Need a Doc Samson. Already said Atlas. New Mole Man.
I'm jealous.
New Mole Man. Where'd you get that?
Flamingo Sauce says it isn't flush. There's major gapping in the back, but looks great looking at him straight on.
Oh, okay. I sold the Build-A-Figure a number of years ago because I've always liked the wrap version better. I just like the color scheme on it a little bit better.
Yeah. Wasn't the wrap version was darker, right? Then
it was like a flat, and it was it was just a flat green, flat dark green.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That looked more that was more reminiscent of classic Abomination color scheme wise to me.
The head fits flush. There's major gapping in the back, but looks great looking.
He literally just said that, Shartimus. He's just repeated that.
I was playing with my bird.
Yeah, his bird. With my bird. Shark, by the way, I saw your video on Warbird. Thanks for the shout, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you for the Warbird. Shit.
Ain't nothing but a thing. But you were talking about how you felt that she should be bigger / taller. That feeling is accurate because Danvers is 5'11". She should have been taller. She should have been taller.
She does seem a bit small. That figure seems a little.
It's smaller. It's smaller than Natasha, who's she's based off of. I talked to. Did I talk or did someone spoke to Dwight about Warbird? It may have been me. I was in the vicinity. I'll put it that way.
I mentioned Warbird and Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. Yeah,
right. There's something that the Danny Ketch. It was the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider that and I think I relayed that to you, Shark. It was an error. The upper torso was made 4% too small.
That's right.
Oh shit! They said that.
Yeah, he told me that. Yeah. He's very transparent with it. He didn't just tell me that. He eventually said that in one of the interviews too. He told me that personally, but he actually repeated that on either it was
he gave me a
Brian
bunch
of Collector 24's interview or somebody's interview. He admitted it.
No, that's not what he told me. He gave me some bullshit about how the Johnny Blaze figure actually came out too big. so he wanted to make Danny catch at the actual correct height. That
I remembered. I
small,
saw that,
man.
and he did say it, and I was like, "That's not what." I was like, "That's not what you told me." And I believe it was Brian. I don't know. I can't. But he told me that directly.
Brian, the exclusive scoops and real information, gave me bullshit. They gave me bullshit.
Yeah, but
fuck this guy. I ain't gonna tell him
but
Yeah, I know,
Danvers
they don't
should
like
have been taller. Danvers should always be amongst as far as normal heighted females, the tallest. The same with Storm. Storm is also 5'11". There's some
tall
big
women.
those some big girls. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that tall? Oh man, we saw this. Never mind. There's like some tall, beautiful women that we saw in San Diego.
You saw some beautiful women in San Diego? Nuh-uh.
Anyway, all right. So is that your list? Are you done yet, or what?
I had two more real quick. Thanks. Am I fucking done yet? Thanks. I'll just shout them off real quick. Jack of Hearts and Swordsman.
Oh, I want both of those. Yes.
Jack of Hearts and who else?
Swordsman.
Oh my good! But you see now you see Spencer. If we're gonna get a Swordsman, then that's got to be a 2-pack because we got to get Mantis. We're gonna get the Swordsman.
Yeah.
Totally. We got to get Mantis then. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to get a Mantis too. Shit.
Yeah,
that would be killer. That would be killer right there. Wow.
Oh man. I just read not too long ago his appearance in Avengers where he whooped the shit out of like Captain America, Hawkeye, and Scarlet Witch. Pretty good.
Oh yeah.
His ass at the end, but like he put up a really good
he was a really important character back in the day, man.
Really fucking cool too. His sword does a lot.
Fucking super important.
Cool Fleming sauce. Thanks.
So okay, good picks, both of you, but my picks are gonna be better just because.
Drum roll, please.
All right. Mandarin, all right, the one obvious one that everybody wants to have is Mandarin. Okay. We talked about that a little bit before you hopped on, by the way.
I was listening in while I was trying to correct, but I heard everything y'all talked about.
Which, by the way, just because we were talking about it with you not being here, I feel like it would be appropriate to bring it up again while you are here. How do you feel about the idea of the Cobra Commander sheethead being banned, and like how offensive? Like, did you ever find that offensive? Did you hear people talk about it being offensive to you in your personal life?
No one that I know of. Reg Henney, another one. He wants the hooded Cobra Commander. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, and this goes beyond people that look like me. It goes for most anything that someone else assumes are going to offend a certain party, a certain demographic. They're usually wrong about it. You know, I would love a hooded Cobra Commander. I would love not an M'Baku, a man ape. I want a man ape. And I would have put that on my list too, but once again, that's something. We'll get a Mandarin before we get a man ape for sure. And Mandarin, the only problem with Mandarin is the stereotype.
That was the word. Yes, stereotype.
Yeah, that's the only thing with that. And here's the thing that kills me, because when you guys were talking about it earlier, and I was like, "Ooh, they had a great chance to bring us Mandarin," because all this talk of Fin Fang Foom, the connection with the Mandarin and Fin Fang Foom, those rings power Fin Fang Foom's ship that brought him to Earth. So we could have gotten Mandarin as a stretch goal, or I mean, they would have made it a stretch goal. I would have preferred it to be you get Fin Fang Foom, and the first thing, one of the accessories is a Mandarin figure, but you know they wouldn't do that.
So you think they're saving the Mandarin for HasLab Fin Fang Foom?
Yeah, but they're not going to do that now.
The only reason I'm saying that is because they won't. Mandarin has about as good a chance of making it to retail as Slave Leia. It ain't gonna happen.
Is it so? Okay, so I would like to hear if you know, I'm curious to know if and how that character is offensive to Chinese people. Like somebody out there, anybody out there watching this, because I don't know. I you know what I mean? It would be wrong for me to assume, oh, you got a custom head right there. Yeah, you already have.
Yeah.
But I would be curious to know how people felt about that would be potentially insulted by that character being put out there, you know? So I would be curious because as far as I know, I understand that the Mandarin language, the character is called Mandarin, so I don't know where that word
You
came
don't
from.
understand why it would be offensive.
So there may be a history with that word itself that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it either.
So,
that's why I mentioned it, because I didn't understand either, and I'm always around to be educated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if there's some sort of is a Mandarin like an evil dictator or something like that? That the first time I ever heard Mandarin besides an orange. A Mandarin orange is the first time I ever heard Mandarin as a kid. But the other thing as a kid the first time I ever heard Mandarin was reading an Iron Man comic. You know what I'm saying? In terms of a person. And I never, to me, the Mandarin is Iron Man's. The Mandarin is to Iron Man what Dr. Doom is to the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
1,000,000%.
It's a crime that we have not received. It's It's a crime that we never saw a true Mandarin in Iron Man, in the 3 movies, and it's a crime that our current iteration of Marvel Legends we haven't seen an updated Mandarin.
Yeah.
His greatest
especially with all the Iron Men that we have now. I mean, I'm planning something for the future. I've got most of the Iron Men since the 80th anniversary. In fact, I've got them all since the 80th anniversary, and I think I've amassed about 15 of them. I'm going to do a video of all of them in the Hall of Armor. And at some point, I don't know when I'm going to do it.
Classic Hall of Armor.
We've gotten all those Iron Men and no Mandarin. We have no Mandarin to speak of.
All right.
And that's a crime right there. How do we not have Iron Man's chief enemy? We've got Dr. Doom, we've got Loki, we've got Kang, we've got Ultron. You know what I'm saying? You can name any franchise. We've got Magneto.
Dude, we got a
franchise, and we've got their primary adversary.
We got a list. I have a whole list.
We got a fucking armadillo figure and not a Mandarin figure. A fucking armadillo figure.
It's the controversy of it. It's a potential controversy.
All right, is that your whole list, man? Are you done?
No, that was just the first one. I have more. I was only the first one. Shit. We're already 15 minutes over.
That's how interesting your list is. That it bore discussion.
Yeah, you just need to say one.
All right, here's another hot one. Okay. A-bomb.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
A-bomb.
Totally.
I want my A-bomb.
If they make an A-bomb, they're gonna make that regular abomination.
I mentioned A-bomb in passing to Dan at Comic-Con Shark. Just to let you know, I didn't harp on it. I harped on the abomination more than A-bomb, because A-bomb will require some retooling in some form or fashion, or just an entirely new, scope. But A-bomb would be great. I would love that. That would be crazy.
That'd be a fun figure too. Very eye-catching on the shelf.
These all 3 of these happen to be my favorite color. So their theme is my favorite color. So A-bomb. Next one is Executioner. We totally need a straight comic Executioner.
I'm surprised we haven't got one yet.
Yeah. So he would fit right over there. He should.
Yeah, with Enchantress, dude.
Yeah,
he should be. Enchantress needs to be redone.
Totally.
She needs to be
Oh,
redone.
all the female figures need to be redone.
Yeah, they all do. And we've got bucks now where they can be, but someone like the Enchantress, she's 6'3". So they may, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, how do you know the heights of all these chicks?
I never really got into the heights. Somebody wanted to see a head swap with the
She's
Psylocke head on.
6'3".
Yeah.
God
She's
damn.
6'3". Brunhild, the Valkyrie, is 6'3".
Hey,
Ooh, somebody Rashid said a new
holy
Hela.
shit,
That'd
this
be nice.
works.
What?
Psylocke head on the Warbird.
Looks
That
good.
does work, but
Let's get it.
It's just it's not in focus, but I think
we
it
can see it,
scales
though.
pretty good.
Get your paper.
God dang it! Where's the paper? Where's my paper? I use a box.
No, there she's okay. She just went out, but she momentarily went into focus.
Come on,
good.
make it
Oh,
close
she's
to
in
focus.
focus now. We can see her.
Come on. Come on. You got it.
Speaking of Warbird, that was yet another dull moment for me when you did your thing with the Warbird flying away from the skyline, and how you showed how you did it, where your backdrop wasn't up against the wall, it was on the floor, and technically
yeah.
Warbird was flying up, not at the screen. Once again, cool. I'm like, how come things like that just don't cross my mind? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Dude, ACBA, man. ACBA, every kind of setup you can think of, people had done it. So I just looked some shit up and I'm like, oh, good idea. I'll use that.
Toys.
That's my brother from another right there. Reg Henny's Toys, Noise, and Action Figures.
Yeah.
Reg was it.
Bro.
Yes, indeed. Go on. Somebody mentioned Enchantress and Executioner 2-pack. That would be banging too. They would
have to come out. Yeah, 1000%.
That would be banging. That would be banging. And if they only went with Executioner by himself, he could be a deluxe figure because he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Yeah,
too.
he's wide.
Yeah, he's wide. He's wide, and he's a 7-footer. So
yeah,
he's either 7 even or 7'2".
The heads are so.
Yeah.
The fact that this Psylocke head fits so well on this body makes me feel like the heads are really small on the Warbird figure. Because I feel like that scales. Come on, please.
He's not getting the focus that he wants.
Come on, please, please. Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Anyway, so I feel like it's the heads that are too small because I put the head on the Psylocke, Warbird head on Psylocke.
Oh wow,
that looks like it's too small.
I don't know. It looks all right.
No, I think it looks all right. You sure? Maybe the hair going all over the place is throwing you off.
Yeah, I just feel like the head's too small now that I see that. Okay, my number 4 pick is Cardiac. I keep asking for Cardiac. Cardiac.
Cardiac would be tight.
Just because I that was one of those characters for me where I like coming across characters I don't know anything about that I'm just stoked on just because, hey, I think that character looks cool. Then he kept on coming in my Amazing Spider-Man comics, and I just thought he was.
I was about to say, yeah.
Even more. You know who another character who I picked up off the comic book shelf? I swear to God, I had no idea who he was, but I saw the comic on the shelf, and I was 10 years old, and I picked it up just because I thought he looked cool. Deadpool, just because I thought he looked cool, and I didn't really get it when I was reading it, but I liked looking at the picture. I remember the dialogue threw me off. I think the humor and the fourth wall stuff kind of like caught me off guard as a kid. It was like weird. I remember it was like weird to me, you know?
Damn.
But so it went over my head. But I thought he was cool. That was my introduction to Deadpool. As I was staying at a cousin's place in Reno, and she took us to a comic book shop because she knew I liked comics, and so that's where I saw Deadpool. Next, I did a video talking about Forearm, and the and you know the MLF and getting more MLF characters would be pretty sweet. This guy, I think I got his name wrong, but I think his name was Weapon X at one point, and he fought X-Force early on, and I think his name was and I think I got the wrong guy actually. Now I think
what can you describe
like
some of his abilities?
Yeah, like he could. I think he had like one cybernetic arm, and he could like shoot his fist out. And I remember him fighting Strong Guy a whole bunch. I guess they were fighting
Garrison Kane.
No, Kane had two cybernetic arms.
I think it was Kane. I think it was Kane. Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. Remember the 6-pack?
Yeah, the 6-pack, and then that would be a nice little crew to get together too.
He's
Yep. Yeah, Kane.
I forgot he existed.
Garrison Kane.
Until you just mentioned him, to be honest. Yeah, he was in X-Force number 2.
I was thinking Weapon X because I remember that
he was
character that had the same name as another
he wasn't
character.
Weapon X.
Oh, he was Weapon X.
He was, he was called.
Yeah, he was called Weapon X. Yeah.
Right, but he has 2 cybernetic arms, both his arms.
That's right.
He lost both of his arms on a mission.
That's right, both of his arms. So
Garrison
even though I don't know a whole ton about him, I always thought he'd be a really cool figure to have. And
I've always loved his name. That's a cool name, Garrison Kane.
Oh hell yeah,
yeah.
That's a cool name.
Gideon is another character. Like I'm just like almost like out of the same comic book. You know what I mean? Gideon, I feel like should have been there a long time ago.
Some externals, besides Gideon too. Some other externals.
Yep. Oh God,
Celine.
I don't know too many externals, to be honest with you, but I think I'd love diving into more and getting even more.
You've got Marvel Unlimited. Check out X-Men Unlimited. They had a very recent run. In fact, it was last month that their books come out every week, the Unlimited books, and they're vertically scrolled. And Danny Moonstar and the Proud Star Boys and a few others, Richter and all of them, they went up against the externals. So if you look at that, you get an idea of who did Sandra, Celine, Saul, the purple guy whose name is escaping me right now. But yeah, a whole bunch of them.
Oh God. Okay, someone I'm gonna text you about that after.
Ooh, the owl is good.
So I can follow up and read that. But the owl is one that I've been wanting.
Totally.
I just recently read this great story with the owl.
Melvin Potter Gladiator, yo.
Mr.
Old school, the costume with the saw blades on and cracking for real. Terax 1, you my boy.
Yeah.
You my boy for that.
The gladiator with the yellow shirt, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what he looked like. I had to make the connection. I couldn't figure it out. Melvin Potter Gladiator.
So like a Marvel.
Yeah, he's totally reformed now. He you know what I'm saying?
In the MCU, right? He's the superhero Taylor, isn't he?
And in the comics too.
Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah. They do that in the comics also. Right.
Wait, he was the guy in Daredevil?
Yeah, he's in Daredevil.
Yeah, he's Daredevil's primary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not his primary villain, but he primarily fights Daredevil.
Got it.
Spider Slayer Build-A-Figure is one that I've wanted. That'd be cool. That would be a fun one to have.
Any kind of any design in particular?
Yeah, I want J. Jonah Jameson's face in the middle of it. I want the one with J. Jonah Jameson's face. Yeah. I know that's probably the corniest looking one. There's like cooler ones out there for sure, but I don't know. If they made any one of them, because there's like a few, right? At least 4 of them, I think, that they could pick from. But any Spider Slayer would be really neat, you know what I mean? As long as it looked all chromed out, or nice bright silver and everything. The Bushwhacker figure makes me want a mind worm. I think that would be kind of like equally as gross, and that's like a weird way out of left field Spider-Man villain.
real obscure.
Yeah, yeah, really, yeah. He's terrible, but
Mhm.
he's gross looking, and he would be. I don't know. That one would just be for me, and I would get a kick out of having a mind worm, but I don't think a lot of people would want it because I think he just wears like little shorts and he's got like a little striped shirt, and his head is kind of big like the leader,
Yeah,
but it's like
yeah.
flesh colored, and then the Russian is one that I really like, especially after watching Deadpool Wolverine. And
I know that flew by a lot of people's heads when they showed him in Deadpool. As soon as I saw that red and white striped shirt, I'm like, that's the Russian. And I believe the first time they showed him, it was from behind.
And that's the only connection to any Punisher and to any of that whole thing, right? There's like no
Russian. Yep.
There's no Punisher reference at all in any other way except for the Russian.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was the Russian, but yeah, and there was a bullseye in there too.
There was a bullseye?
There was a bullseye in there?
Yeah, it was a black bullseye. It's a black dude.
Oh wow.
He had the bullseye and he had the trench coat. It was from Daredevil, the Ben Affleck one. It was that bullseye. He was in it. Yeah, look it up.
I'll do you one better. I'll go back and see Deadpool again.
I just tried that Colt Kid. Hold on a second. The new Psylocke head here. I'll do it again, but
I don't know how they'd be able to pull off Zach's Terrax one, but I love the suggestion, and I love By Beast even more.
Yeah, By Beast would be really cool.
Madman, a lot of people wouldn't be up on Madman. Those of you that don't know, Madman is also a gamma powered bad guy. Just so you know.
I gotta look him up. I'm not familiar with him.
Madman is the brother of Samuel Stearns, aka the leader.
Oh, whenever I think of like Mad anything, I always think of Mad Bomb from Cap. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, this is pretty tight. Red guy, big red, gamma powered.
There we go. Shut up! It's working. I just have to remember how far I could be from the camera with it. There it is. I finally did it. Where it was nice and clear.
You folks would be. See, Sauce, you beat me to it. I was waiting for Shardamus to get through his list. I still won't mention it unless they read it, but I'm on board with you right there. But I was going to wait for his list because I believe Spider-Man is his favorite Marvel character. So I was going to wait for him to get through his list before I made mention of your post here at 8:29 p.m. 8:30 p.m. because you said it again.
I just want to show the. There we go. Did you want one?
And that should be Build-A-Figure status Terrax one, by the way, or at least deluxe status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, you got to see it. Yeah, Stegron is one for sure. I wanted Stegron, even though fairly short-lived from what I've read. But I mean, he comes back a whole bunch. And then the last one I have on my list, which is probably more than 10, which is probably the longest character I've had on my wish list, like since I've had my YouTube channel, which is the Beyonder. And
that would be cool.
And I think it would be fine if they just made a 6-inch scale Beyonder. They don't have to do a giant one. Just just give me the dude in the white suit. You know what I mean? Make sure, want the collar popped up. I want him looking, I don't know, hella 70s, 80s.
Yeah, I'm very surprised we haven't gotten one yet.
Well, I'm not, because it's like just surface value. He doesn't look like, he just looks like a regular dude. You know what I mean?
We may get one. You know how certain things get slipped in when movies come around. So I wouldn't be surprised if they slid in an original Beyonder, simply because the Beyonder is the Secret Wars. The old school. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if we got a comic version probably in 2026, 2027.
Oh yeah, we're going to get one for sure. For sure.
Griffin and Mandrill would be sweet.
Those would be sweet. I've got a custom
especially
Griffin somewhere.
Mandrill would be tight.
He's toe up.
The gargoyle figure. I mentioned gargoyle in the figure before. The Defender's gargoyle. I mentioned him.
We're going for days. Atuma, I would love to get a.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Atuma's another one. Big time.
That would be a cool one.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. We can
just
go
don't
on
know.
forever. But they need to make a new Molten Man. They need to redo Molten Man.
Mhm.
They need to redo
You're so-
Nightmare. And I just put out Nightmare because I just thought he would be a really cool figure to have too.
That would be cool, and and Doc
new
Strange
Sleepwalker.
needs people too.
Yeah.
Baron Mordo.
Oh yeah. Mordo.
I can't believe we haven't gotten Baron Mordo yet.
Yeah. Comic Mordo. We've gotten like
We got a
two.
Clea, but not a Baron Mordo.
Yeah. And we got Wong coming, so that's cool. So we got
Yeah,
Wong.
That
Colt
Wong
Kid
looks so
It's got
epic.
classic Wendigo, and at this point, I'd settle for a customizer to give me a classic Wendigo head to put on the build
Yeah,
figure
a head.
body. 'Cause
I
that would
do
work.
not like that head. I don't
No,
know
that's
why.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I do not like that head on that Wendigo.
And if I was able to, if I could pop off and use the Wendigo head from the Fin Fang Foom wave, Hulk wave from we'll call it just falling out of the dark days of Hasbro Legends, because that's the classic head, but I think it would be too small, and I don't think it would work anyway.
Yeah.
Build the figure Manape. Yep.
Yeah, the
Shumagorath. Oh, that's another big one.
I don't.
Shumagorath.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
people love
want a
to have
Manape so
Shumagorath.
bad. He's such an integral character to those Avengers books as far as a villain. I mean, he was huge.
Yeah,
I
I
really
still
want it.
remember his first appearance. It's like
person
he
Avengers.
was up against was I want to say it was
Avengers 63 or some shit
I was
like
going to
that.
say it was in the 60s. Yeah. His
Yeah.
first appearance, he went up against Captain America. And I
Let me look it up.
believe it was either, I think Sal Buscema drew it. Buscema? Or was
Buscema.
it his brother, John?
62. I was super close. 62.
Ooh, nice.
Does it say who drew it? It was one of the Buscema brothers.
Written by Roy Thomas and John Buscema.
It was John. Yep.
Yeah.
They used to be both of them together, my favorite artists.
They
Yeah,
need to redo
Sal Buscema Hulk, man.
Those two,
Mhm.
John Byrne and George Perez.
Oh, George.
Oh,
I
yeah.
met
John
George.
Byrne.
I met George
Perez.
at one of the Comic Cons before he
Lucky
passed.
guy.
Wow.
lucky.
Nice.
I would have. Oh man,
Yeah,
I
I've
got to
a
meet
picture
John
with him
Romita
somewhere in
Jr.
my
So I was
archives.
stoked about that. I love.
I didn't see
JR
John
but-
Romita Jr. at Comic-Con this year. I don't think I'm not sure if he was there or not, but I didn't see him. I didn't do a whole lot of
John Byrne's
wandering
up there,
around.
though.
I got
John
my
Byrne.
comic signed by Rob Liefeld, by the way, Spencer.
Yeah. That, and the story
Oh, yeah, he had
behind
his own
that is
booth, huh?
crazy.
Yeah, dude, he signed it and it was hella weak. It was like the silver marker barely had any juice left, and it was just like this little RL kind of thing that I was like, oh. And
Wait, that one comic?
yeah, with all the signatures on it, he signed it right over Captain America's head, and I was like, damn. And I waited in line for over an hour, and it cost $50, and I was like, shit, dude. I felt all bummed out about it. And I was like, you know what? Because after I got it signed, I put it away. I was like, you know what? Take it out, look at it again. You'll be happy just looking at it again, knowing that he signed it, And then I looked at it again, and I was like, that shit's weak. I was like, damn, that shit's hella fucking weak. I'm so mad. I feel like I got gypped. And on top of it, he was talking to me a little bit, but at the same time, he was focused on something outside of me being there. You know what I mean? He was really wandering his eye. And then when I showed him the book, he was like, "Oh, I inked this. That's why you want me to sign it." And I didn't know that he had inked a couple of pages. He had inked 2 pages in there. He went through the comic. So he's the first one to actually thumb through the whole book. And he's like, I did this page. He's like, because Todd was running behind, so I had to save his ass. So I did this page, and then he's going through it again, and I did this page right here. Yeah.
Damn, you hella made it sound like he was an asshole. He went through the whole comic, you dick.
And then so after I'd gotten it signed, I was bummed out about it, and like
that does suck though, because like, what do you say? What do you be like? Oh, can you redo it?
What do you do? I'm like, sign it better. And so like,
sign it good enough.
I know, and you know what's so funny about it? It's like he's an artist, and this is a signature. You know what's kind of funny is that like I don't know. I just thought that you would have had a little bit more pride in the signature. Most of the artists do. Todd McFarlane, every signature is a freaking drawing. You ever see him sign shit? It's slow.
It's cool.
He doesn't sign shit. It because you know how it looks all rigid and stuff because he takes his time drawing all of it. So he draws his name. He's not just signing a thing. He draws that long M and then the little C and then the long F. Like he really goes for it. And like when he signed mine, it was like fucking like an executive order was happening or something, you know? Like he like looked at it, thought about it very carefully.
Mandalorian Fan Channel. I think one of these smaller companies are coming out with a battle van, and it's really a Punisher battle van, but it's going to be worded. You know, it's going to be for the Punisher. They just can't say Punisher's battle van. But I can't tell you the name of the company that's coming out with it. But I just heard word of that a couple days ago because I saw something on the Bandito. It's not the Charger. It's another
Mandalorian Fan Channel. How you doing, man?
It's another car that looks kind of like the Dodge Charger.
But anyway, I went back and got it signed. So I asked him, and he admitted it kind of looked shitty, and he's like, I needed a better pin. I ended up doing it. I went down the line. There's two dudes that worked for him, so I had to go like the outside dude. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be an entitled customer. I just think this kind of looked a little shitty, you know, and he was like, yeah, let's see what he could do. And then there's the other guy who said, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to ask Rob, see what he says. And then when Rob got to it, he was like, yeah, we can do it again. I can see what you mean. It doesn't pop.
Yeah, and that was cool. That was cool because the way how you told the story, it was great storytelling because you got us all to believe he was an asshole. And then you came in with the punchline. You came in with the punchline, and that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, and, I was about to say, you made it seem like he was a dick, dude.
Well, you know
I'm
what?
not looking at you.
You know what? That was my experience. Like that was genuine because when I first got there, it's like, is he gonna sign my shit? Because he's like talking to this guy and looking this way, and I'm standing in front of him like fuck it. Like what the fuck am I doing here? I'm not used to it's been a long time since I've actually been treated that way. I don't react well to that. I leave. Like my instinct, like if I'm ever talking to somebody and they're just like, I could tell that I get the feeling that they're not focused on my presence in any kind of way. If I'm focused on their presence, like I usually bounce. Like why am I going to hang around somebody who doesn't want to hang around with me? That doesn't, I usually don't do that. So it was just kind of weird for me. I felt like such a tool standing there, like, oh, and he's all, oh, yeah, I'm talking, looking off to the side. But no, once he engaged, he was cool. So yeah, it ended up being cool at the end. But at first, I thought he was kind of.
He's signing again. I'm gonna.
I mean, remember Jim Lee, dude? Jim Lee was super chill.
Oh, Jim Lee was.
Jim Lee. We got to meet
Talk
Jim
about
Lee
good
together.
signatures.
He was the nicest guy.
Signature.
He was like,
yeah, Jim Lee is definitely chill. He was down my way. Well, I should more to the point. It's no longer really my way. I moved from there, but Reg is there. Down Reg Henny's way. He was at this spot at the Carlsbad Mall. Carlsbad's a city in part of San Diego County. It's called the Ninja Exchange, and the Ninja Exchange is the best way to describe it is it's another Frankenstein's. And old boy was Jim Lee was there, and he was signing. and I got him to sign X-Men 1, you know, with all the X-Men fighting Magneto. And very engaging, you know, you could talk to him. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
When I brought that comic with all those other signatures, like he almost did like the Todd McFarlane thing where he was like, "Whoa."
Well,
And
yeah,
then him and
he
Scott
grabbed his inker, right? Yeah. They're like, "Oh, look at who's that? Who's this? Who's that?" It was tight.
Yeah, and they started recognizing the signatures, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" Jim Lee's one of the last ones to sign it, and he's pointing out all.
Yeah, me and Charteris were like looking at each other, like, "Oh shit!"
Like, yeah, like, "Oh, this is so cool."
They were because like, some of those signatures are hard to make out. But who was the guy with them? I always forget what the fuck was that. That was who was the guy that was pointing out the signatures?
Was it Scott?
No, it wasn't Scott. It was like his inker or some shit.
Williams.
Scott Williams? I don't think it was Scott Williams.
I thought it was Scott Williams.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that was Scott Williams.
No, well, it was Scott Williams, Jim Lee, and then Alex Sinclair. Those were the three that we met. No, there's another guy.
Hold on, let me see. I'm looking at it. I actually have their faces right here.
There was an Asian dude.
I thought it was a white dude. I thought it was Scott Williams.
No, anyways, this guy he knew everybody's signature with just by seeing it. It was pretty remarkable, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't Scott Williams. Like, yeah, he went through the whole cover because there's a shitload of signatures. He's like, that's Jay Lee, that's blah blah blah, that's blah blah blah. You know,
he pointed out a couple I had forgotten because like some of them signed it in black and it kind of blended in with the background a little bit. So now like they all sign in silver. So I have them all signed in silver, and Todd is the only one that has it signed in gold because he's the one who actually penciled it. So, yeah. But anyway, wow, we went like way overtime, you guys. I was gonna do an after party, but like we bled into the whole after party.
I thought, well, that's how after parties go. I mean, yeah, you can officially announce it as an after party, but an after party is just a party that exceeded the the timeline. True. And no one's leaving, so the party continues.
It's a public after party this time, you guys. I'll do another after party for real next time, next week.
And Flamingo Sauce, I got you. It's a Chevelle, cool. And somebody else I wanted to acknowledge because I've been eyeing the chats.
They're gonna do Reg. I bet they're gonna do that for like a. Wait, are we past? Probably some 50th anniversary thing. Probably right. There's got to be one of those has got to hit somewhere in the late 70s to make it a 50-year anniversary thing. Maybe I don't know.
Mandalorian fan channel cloth.
Nicholas Hammond.
I would have to say cloth too. I for a while I was more of a plastic cape, but now ever since McFarlane started
all cloth.
Why I'm all about cloth. Yeah,
cloth for sure.
And put some bendy in the edges.
Yes,
please
put some bendy in the edges on the perimeter,
please,
so we can actually pose the
cloth's always better. It's always better.
New Iceman.
That's the one thing that sucks about that fucking new vision is that cape is so goddamn hard to move.
Oh,
gotta get that soft cape.
Oh wow.
My God Doom has a white cape too.
You're gonna make me do it, huh? You're gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me do it.
Weapon H. Yes.
I gotta do it.
Go get it.
Yeah, Weapon H, I want to see hella bad too. Yeah, I was looking at the Diamond Select Toys Weapon H. I saw that. I was like, oh, I still want a Weapon H, damn it.
Yeah, that would just be such a... People will buy the shit out of a Weapon H.
Wolverine clone?
Dude, yeah, he's badass.
Even people that don't even like comics, that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Well, you know, that is just another reason why I love Marvel Legends so much is that they can get me into character. Because what is it that, like I said, like with Deadpool, right? I didn't know anything about Deadpool. I just thought he looked cool. And that's what makes this hobby fun, is that I get introduced to characters that I just think look cool at first. And then if I'm not familiar with them, I think, oh, they just look cool. I want just to be a cool figure to have. Oh, you did it. Oh, nice.
You gonna make me? You gonna make me?
Yeah.
Hey, go for it.
All right.
Go for it.
I got it right here though.
Don't drop
This is
any
for
other
Rebel 10 Customs.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I think I like yours better than mine. Let me see.
Dude, this shit was so expensive though. Shit. It cost as much as the figure, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. I think mine was probably at least $20. But hey,
yeah, this is
sometimes you got to go third party. Sometimes you have to go third party.
Etsy, man, dude. Etsy has the good shit.
Etsy's my friend.
Was it more than the cost of the figure itself?
It was. I think it was like over 30. I think.
I can't remember. I can't.
That's a deal breaker for me, man. I can't do that.
Oh, it's so sick though.
I got mine from that's right. I got mine from Daredevil 19.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, yeah. The thing about I've never bought anything from him. It's the turnaround times. It's too much for me. It takes like 3 or 4 months, which I understand it's a one-man operation, but I'm a spoiled bitch and I like to have my shit immediately.
He actually hit me up because I harassed him. You're right about the turnaround time. I harassed him for about a year to come up with a Vision cape.
Oh,
he did, yeah.
Before this one was even announced, huh?
Yeah. Because we had we had the retro.
Yeah, which is still a great figure.
So since we had that, we had that and plastic cape, and I was like, anything would make that look better. Mm-hmm. We didn't have the Vulcan body to have comparison with. We had what we had, which is the Bucky cap and all associated bodies. So it was what it was. So it was like, go for the capes to try to make these figures look better.
Yeah,
especially when
I've been getting so many capes for my McFarlane figures. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Hey, are you guys both okay with like never seeing a figure come out on the Bucky cap mold again? Like,
yeah, I'm cool.
They'll never do it again. They'll never do it again.
Yeah, I'm cool with
it's
that.
Over. You think the Bucky?
It's over. Think about the shit they would get. Oh, this mold again.
They made one not that long ago. They released a figure with it not that long ago.
Did they? I don't remember.
I feel like recently they actually released a figure that had the Bucky cap mold not that long ago. Where did he go?
I think you're right.
Chat, help us out.
Hold on a second.
I think you're right.
It was could have sworn I was just looking at
anything. Yeah, I don't have anything newer out.
So I don't think it's been anything recently.
You don't think it was anything recent? I feel like there was a recent one that came out that I was like, the Orb. The Orb has it.
No, that's old. That's old.
Yeah, that's old. Yeah.
It's like 2 years old.
Oh, really? Okay, that's not recent. Was the Orb the last one? I wonder if the Orb is like the last one. Oh, the Shield 2-pack, is that old?
That's a couple years old now too.
Yeah, it's a couple years old. God damn, where are you stuck in 2021?
Well, time does go by so fast. Was it hold on. Maybe it was.
Damn. I feel like there was one that recently came out that had that mold, and I was like, shit, are you serious, man?
I don't think so, man. I really don't think so.
Wasn't the Blur.
No, it wasn't though. No, none of the Squadron 3 figures.
It was Dr. Spectrum.
Dr. Spectrum, yes. Dr. Spectrum. Yeah, you're right. Dr. Spectrum. Yes.
I don't think that's. Is that the Bucky?
It is. It is.
I'll open mine. Mine's is open. It's just in the box. Dr. Spectrum.
Okay, you have to remember, even that figure came out over a year ago, though. That figure came out over a year ago.
When he came out, was he as blurry as this, or was he?
Get the paper.
Anyway, all right. Yeah, Dr. Spectrum has. So that's probably the last one.
It's still old though. That doesn't really count.
Yeah, that's a Bucky Cap mold.
Yeah. Yep.
Not the arms.
Fair enough.
Enough of it.
Yeah, so technically, it's got different arms. So it's not a Bucky Cap mold.
Yeah, but it's got the same small feet.
Yeah.
That is
They
true.
could have given him the bigger feet. That's hella funny. Did you get your Cabal set? I got my Cabal set in here.
Yeah,
You haven't opened it yet?
Nah.
I opened mine. I just put them away today. Cleared out I made a review of it last week sometime.
It's one of the best 3-packs ever. I love it. I loved it.
Yeah, I ended the review with the entire Cabal. I had
Yeah, we finally have the full Cabal. I mean, I guess we had it before too, but I just created a little Dark Rain shelf in my collection. I put the monster venom on there, the McGargan venom, that bigger one that came out. And damn, it just, when I opened that pack, it just made me want a fucking Dark Avengers set so bad. I want a new Hawkeye for Bullseye. I want Moonstone, Miss Marvel, and I want fucking who's the other person? I want that new Ares, bro. I want to update it.
We need Miss Marvel, period. And the best way they could give us that, we'd all buy two. Give us Miss Marvel and give us a Carla Sofin head with it.
Yep.
That's all they have to do.
And just imagine a Bullseye on a Vulcan bug with Dark Hawkeye. It'd be so sick.
Yeah.
How tall is Bullseye?
Well, I have
Bullseye is
he's tall, right? He's not short.
I think he's 6 foot even.
To me, with this look, I'm satisfied.
Daredevil 6'1".
We need an update big time. He can't hold the fucking bow, dude. He can barely hold that shit.
Oh, and the Bucky Cap mold, yeah. You need the newer.
That shit is so outdated. I
6'1"
guess
6'0". He might be 6'0".
I think my Iron Patriot looks a little better than this new one. To be honest with you. This is my old custom right here. It's actually silver.
Yeah, but
I love that Iron Patriot from the Cabal. For me, posing that in flight poses and stuff, it hits harder than any Iron Man that I have. I
thought the same thing. I was like, how is this shit better than the Iron Man fucking Extremis armor? It's better than that figure, I think.
Wow, really?
It just it's that good.
Yeah, it's the paint. It's the colors.
I think the white actually pops better than the silver.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy.
It worked. I mean, I'm happy with it. I know I would have been happy if we would have gotten silver, but the pearlescent white is fine with me. It looks good.
I love it. I think it looks great.
I would have preferred silver. I don't care what you guys say.
I definitely would have preferred silver for Superior Iron Man, and that's supposed to be white, but I would have preferred silver.
Yeah, they kind of dropped. They fumbled the bag there, dude.
Oh, speaking of silver, did you guys get yourselves one of these just because?
I did. I got one just because. Keep in box,
Well, I'm going to open it because.
What did they do? They re-released that?
Yeah, they just re-released it. Mm-hmm.
Hey, so I got some speculation, man. When I got that figure yesterday, my shit was covered in dust. Covered in dust.
Oh, the box.
The box. Covered in dust.
They didn't re-release it. They found
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They found the hidden cache of those figures.
That shit was covered. I should have fucking taken a picture of it. It was covered in dust, dude.
There's a way to know.
See, you're about to sneeze. Your shit's covered in dust too.
No, I'm tired. There should be a copyright.
This right here is the original Walgreens exclusive.
Right.
Damn. Yep. Did you buy 2 of them?
Oh yeah. Yep. I've got one always packed away, and this one I just put back. This was
you put it
with Galactus.
Oh, you put it back.
I lost the surfboard to mine. I lost the surfboard.
What?
And you know what's fucked up is that it's somewhere over there. It's like it's somewhere.
You know where it's at. You just can't find it.
I hella can't find it. And I thought, okay, because it fell off from over here and it flew over, and I heard it land over there, and I couldn't find it. And I have this thing of posters behind my door, and then I have all these Transformer shelves. So I was like, you know what? It had to have landed in the Transformer shelves. I cleaned up all the Transformer shelves, never fucking found it. So it's got to be in that pile of posters over there, which I don't want to go clean up, but I'm going to have to eventually. But it's got to be somewhere in there. Somewhere over there.
You just said the most laziest shit I've ever heard. You just went, it's somewhere behind fucking posters and fucking find it. You just complain as it's under the posters. I ain't got time to get the posters.
Here, let me explain. Because if I start going through those posters, now I'm going to be sitting there going through memory lane and going through every single poster. And
I got to put this one up.
Yeah, I got to put this one up. Oh, wait, no. Now I want to put this one up. Oh, crap. I got to fix this one. It's got a little wrinkle, but it's still good. And there's like, I'm going to
get the iron out.
Yeah, I'm just going to get. So I have to prepare myself for the chore of organizing the posters before I actually dive in.
It's the most first world shit I've ever heard.
I've got a first world problem too. I need to put up against my walls, and I know exactly what space. I'm looking at the space behind the computer here. All of my Spider-Man retro cards.
Oh,
how many you got in box?
Huh?
How many do you got in box?
Every single one that they've come out with.
Holy shit! All of them?
Yeah, I've got every single retro figure since Hasbro started it. How many years ago now? 6, 7?
Oh,
yep.
A while.
Yeah, I always double up on those. I double up on.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask you. I was like, so if it's like a really good character, you'll pick up too.
No, I double up on the retro cards.
Oh damn, that wall would look so sick.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It looks so sick.
Yeah.
I only have 4. I bought all the Ben Reillys because I love Ben Reilly, Black Suit Spider-Man, and then Sandman. That's what I got.
I have I think the first retro card animated Spider-Man. I have that up on my wall. That's like the only.
And Peter Parker.
Not the Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.
Retro Spider-Man, the original.
Yeah, retro from 2020. That one, the 2021. That one I went crazy with. I think I bought 4 of that figure when it came out. I was like, nope, I need it many times. So.
That was a big figure. That was a big figure back then, and now it's just been shit on over and over again.
Flaming sauce, flamingo sauce is flaming sauce.
Flaming sauce, man.
Flamingo sauce. However you pronounce that, it could be flamingo sauce, but I'm gonna say it's flaming sauce.
Flaming sauce.
All right, can't be talking about sauce. All right, I'm getting loopy as hell. I gotta call it, you guys. I am tired as hell.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah, I'm getting all loopy. After party people, I'm so sorry, you guys. I owe you some after parties, big time. So we'll set that up for next week for sure. But yeah, Rukkas, thank you so much for joining us. This is fun. I knew we were gonna have the invite.
I was
thanks.
When you got at me.
We gotta get you back on. It was a lot of fun, man. I love talking. I fucking love talking comics, man.
This is my first remote live stream. I've live streamed, as you know, with Reg Henny,
Right.
but I'd be.
Oh, and by the way, I wanted to thank you, Rukkas, because I watched your fucking live stream of the fucking whole Hall H. I watched the whole thing live. I was at work. I was fucking at work. I was like, thank God this man is fucking live streaming this shit, because I wouldn't have seen this shit at all, dude. So it was really cool. Thank you for doing that.
Very welcome. It was definitely a pleasure. I used to always, even before I got down with YouTube, I used to be the Marvelous News, their forum. I used to be an avid reader and participant, and I used to proclaim myself the correspondent, the SDCC correspondent, and I let all the cats in that chat, in that forum, know what was going on. They used to love it. They used to love it. I used to let them know what was going on with the reveals, because back then, if you remember, Marvel Legends was revealing something every day, and they would have their panel on Saturday, and they'd reveal everything, and it wouldn't even be over there because they'd reveal one more thing on Sunday, and it used to kill a lot of cats because they'd be gone. They would have left Saturday night or Sunday morning, and they'd be gone.
Yeah, that was like me this time. I'm usually there on Sundays, but this time I was gone, and I was like, "Oh, the Wolverine!"
Yeah, and you want to know the crazy thing? I was there, and I saw the Wolverine in there, but I didn't connect the dots. I didn't connect the dots. I was right there. I saw the Wolverine, and I didn't connect the dots.
Yeah, it probably looked familiar, right? Because I mean, you've seen so many Wolverine.
Yeah, I just looked at the color, the mustard brown, and that was it. And then I dismissed him.
Yeah, yeah. But we've needed a new brown suit Wolverine. I think I'm gonna like that one. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much once again. It was my pleasure. Really, really appreciate you guys both coming on here today. Good times as always.
We'll get you back on for sure. Rukkas.
That sounds great. I'm here for it. Chat, thank you. Thanks for the love to all of us down there. My brother, I see you in there. I'm sure we're gonna talk about it soon. About my first guest starring and my first remote stream. Anyway, this is the first time I actually am streaming from my computer.
Nice.
So, Cherry broken popped on this show right here. Hella sick figs, hella sick toys. Yes, indeed. Peace, my brother.
All right, later, Reg. Guys. Good hearing from you.
All right, then. So I had a great time. This was great. This was lots of fun.
It's always fun talking comics, man. Especially when people know what the fuck they're talking about, including the heights.
Including the heights. He's got all the heights.
Including the heights. All right.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough. Had a really good time tonight. Really appreciate you. Thanks everybody watching, and
we'll be back next week.
Next week on Hella Sick Figs. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Take care.